It's been a long day.
Then why are we doing it?
Because.
We can do it tomorrow.
No, we're doing it now.
Why are we doing it in the morning?
No. I refuse.
Why?
Because we're recording right now. That's why.
Are we?
Yeah. I got you, boo! I got you!
Okay.
So this is 2 takes. Oh my god, I had to ask him which one it was because I've got so many.
This is 2 takes fast forward.
Lovely. Here we go.
This is the second part, really, to us watching a film together.
Yeah.
Which you may or may not have watched along with us.
You should have watched it, man.
We watched Catwoman.
It was terrible.
In 2004. And it was a horrendous experience.
It made the rain of bollocks.
And
right?
yeah, we have a racing system of, what was it? Bollocks.
Bollocks, okay or yay.
That's it. And that's definitely got a bollocks.
Yep. Most of them will, unfortunately. But like, yeah, we're discussing it without watching it. So if you wanted to watch it without us ruining it for you, and spoiling it, by the way, and then discussing, what was it? So much crap outside of the realm of Catwoman, such as we talked about Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise and friggin' DNA evidence and like continuity errors.
That's how boring the film was.
Someone wearing a turtleneck sweater. It's like, what's going on? Mr. Jawline and
Mr.
Karen.
Jawline and Karen.
Yeah. That's but
Karen being Catwoman.
Yeah, but you got to figure out why. Well, it's pretty obvious why, but like, you know.
It's the haircut.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, you know, you got to watch it, but now you ruined it, so now they got to...
And Mr. Jawline, it's obvious. His characterization was Jawline.
Yeah, because we forgot what his name was.
I remember. Tom Lone. Tom Lone.
It's fucking terrible.
The fucking smoothest name you could possibly come up with.
And you started bitching about him being so smooth all the time.
It was his voice. It's like, hey, babe.
Hey, baby, you want to come over here?
Yeah.
Smoke a cigarette with me? But yeah, it was...
He was just too cool.
It was too cool to be true, really. But like...
Too cool to be likeable. That's what it was.
Yeah, I thought he was alright. Like, for an extra.
Yeah, for an extra. It was the second lead.
Yeah, who conveniently came on that fucking balcony at the end when Sharon Stone was dead. Like, oh yeah, shit, I'm supposed to be in the scene. And just kind of walked on. Yeah. He's like, oh, I just left you girls to have a cat fight. Oh, convenient pun there.
Yeah, there you go.
And then just like, oh yeah, you saved the day, but I helped, I swear. So, look at me go. It's like, no, you didn't do
the film
shit.
Was full of puns.
Yes, way
it?
too many.
Yeah, we had all the puns. We were talking about, during the watch, we were talking about how the fact that the writers included every generalisation about cats. It was the rain,
the
tuna, the fish, the milk.
Apparently, even though it's just... And then they made it into a pun of like, oh, hold the vodka and hold this and hold that. I want to write Russian but hold everything except the cream. And I'm like, why didn't you just say you wanted cream?
Because it's not as cool.
No, it's stupid.
Imagine how dorky it would be if Catwoman just walked off the bar and was like, can I have some milk?
Yeah, in that accent, milk.
You gotta say the white Russian, but remove all this.
I know, but she had an attitude problem, man. She didn't even look at the barman. And he's like...
She was horrible. Do you know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
So, okay, we talked a lot about other Catwomen. Now...
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer is the go-to.
She's the babe.
She's the best. She's my favourite. She's brilliant.
She's a goddess.
She's sexy. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's just awesome.
It looks like she has emotional trauma whilst going through this change as well.
There's an arc.
And it merges. You know? It merges with her personality. It's not just like this Halle Berry copycat. Another pun. Yeah. Basically being like, oh, you know, I'm going to be this for a minute and then be that for a second. It doesn't work that way. With Michelle Pfeiffer, it was kind of like... It drew itself, like her attitude of being, let's say, a cat, the cat attitude coming out, and her like personality, which is like a shy secretary, they merged together to be this person in the middle, and it made sense. It was just perfect. It was
writing. A good through line the whole way through.
It was good writing.
And she had, you know, an arc.
Yeah.
Which characters are supposed to have.
Yeah.
This one didn't. What it did, it was just like, oh, I'm a hero now.
Even though I stole shit as a jury, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah,
I gave it back in a bag.
That,
I gave it back in a bag, saying sorry. It's like that doesn't work that way.
Anne Hathaway is a good Catwoman.
Oh god.
Did you like her?
I thought she was just an add-on. It felt like very much like an add-on character.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that way. I thought she was quite good.
Cat Bagula. That's basically what her niche was. It's like
no, but that's what she is in the comics. That's what Catwoman is.
Okay.
She's a cat burglar who gets, like in the film, in Dark Knight Rises, she gets intertwined with the plot and whatnot, but she is a cat burglar.
Right. Okay. Shit. I haven't done my research on this because this is a one where I couldn't be bothered to do research. So now you know the difference, and I'm not as film buffy as you know that I am in other places because I didn't do my research.
Whereas I'm a DC Comics guy.
Yeah, so this is
this
is his spiel right there.
I love my DC Comics. So in the 60s we had a good Catwoman.
Okay.
I forget her name. Lee Merriweather, I think it was.
Interesting.
She was good. She was very good.
Okay.
This is the worst Catwoman.
Obviously.
She's not even called Selina Kyle. Selina Kyle is the name of Catwoman. That's her real identity.
It goes well. Selina is very
Yes, Selina
fluid.
Kyle is a great name. It's a classic name.
They chose...
But this one was... What was it?
Patience Phillips.
Patience Phillips.
And that's a mouthful right there.
It's
and I was
hard to
bitching
say.
about how to say it.
Yeah.
And it's just like... I think even Halle Berry had a problem trying to say it. Because she had to announce herself saying like, oh, you killed me. And my name is Patience Phillips.
Yeah, just like my name is Patience Phillips.
And it's like, girl, you're on top of Sharon Stone. She doesn't give a shit who you are. Alright? She's either going to kill you, fuck you, or kill you and then fuck you. Or the other way around. Alright? She's got an attitude.
It was basing it.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
She'll never let that down, will she?
She's a sexy motherfucker. But yeah, she had a good body as well, I must admit. Like even like throughout, it was crazy how good in shape she was.
Yeah, but it's Sharon Stone. She's
just beautiful.
She's she was the 90s Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, I was going to say Charlize Theron, really. Do you think about it?
Kind of.
I'm
not sure Charlize Theron is as...
Hello, stomach. Come and say hi.
I don't think she's as prominent as
Probably
Sharon
not.
Stone.
No, she's an icon, isn't she? But only because of certain features and films. Why did she choose this film? What did we say?
Sharon Stone.
Yeah, like she probably read the script.
Well, you said she did it. She must have done it in irony.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. Like irony, or she read the script, did not imagine it to be so bad, and then thought, "Let's give it a go." And then,
how could you not pick this being bad from that script?
Because I don't know. Maybe actors don't think that far ahead.
Maybe
they think about their personality
I reckon they
and the
pictured
character.
Michelle Pfeiffer. They read the script and they pictured Michelle Pfeiffer doing all these things. See,
now that's an interesting twist right there, because if you think about it, the exact same storyline, everything being the exact same, except the CGI, let's take that out.
Mm-hmm.
Take that out, put Michelle Pfeiffer in, would that be a better movie?
It depends. Is Petoff directing?
I know. I'm very upset with him.
Petoff is... I wasn't aware his name was Petoff.
It's trying to be as cool as fucking Cher and Madonna. It's not working.
I mean, it's similar to Mukji. Have you heard about Mukji, the director?
That's an actual name?
His director name, his stage name, I guess, his celebrity name, is M, small c, and then large G, Mukji.
That's terrible.
And he directed, I think he directed the Charlie's Angels films.
What, with...
Drew Barrymore and...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, they were okay.
They weren't okay.
They were alright.
No, they weren't. They were dreadful.
Well, no, because the only problem I had with those films was like, okay, I understand the sexiness and the goofiness and stuff like that. It was fun for a 90s movie, right? But the problem I had was the fact that they're doing all these antics when they don't actually need to. They're going to gather all this informational evidence when they don't actually need to do any of this shit.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole storyline is basically like, oh, I'm going to protect this client, take all this information, try and see what's happening. And, like, they're doing, like, in Charlie's Angels, the first one, I think, they got Sam Rockwell as a client and they got to protect him, right? God,
I forgot he'd done that. Yeah.
With the bad haircut.
Really young Sam Rockwell.
He was terrible in that.
Spiky hair, right?
Yeah. It was so horrible. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I forgot about that.
And then, like, he's like, oh, I think Red something are trying to steal my creation, which is basically Tim Curry. And Tim Curry's always a good kind of, like, evil genius mastermind villain, but not really. And he's not actually the villain.
Tim Curry's brilliant. Tim Curry was Pennywise in it.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Terrifying.
Georgie.
No, thank you. I think of him in Legend as the devil. But anyway, Tom Cruise in tights. Interesting.
Still haven't seen that.
Yes. Well, we'll get there. And anyway, the point I was trying to make was... Yeah, so basically Tim Curry's supposed to be the bad guy, but he actually isn't. And it's Sam Rockwell that's the bad guy. Because like all these angels, pythons and all that crap, they're basically trying to, get all this information, and they go through this room, like they try and get this information, go in undercover, to act like two men, steal their irises, face recognition stuff, including a head. That's just so terrible. Like, they do an eye kind of scan, which is fine, that's normal, right? But then they have another one where it just kind of hooks their head to make sure it's the correct size, I think. Oh no, it's a hand one. Sorry, I got that completely wrong. So they got a handprint thing, which is like a gel thing. So they need to steal the prints off of one agent. So they got to do loads of kind of undercover work, like being dancers or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute and kooky. And then they got to steal the prints of like someone's eye. And then they got to open the door with their badges that they stole off these two men, right? And then they pretend to be the men as well whilst they're doing this. Whilst one of the angels is being like the supervisor that comes in for a supervisory visit. So the whole entire company is following her. So everyone's off their backs, right? So they're at the door, they do the iris thing, they do the hand thing, they're dressed as men. And they got the little lanyards saying who they are. They get through the first door, they take everything off. Only one goes through. She's wearing a white suit, okay? And then she has to keep jumping over the floor, doing handstands and splits and all this other crap. Because if she touches the floor too much, it would alert everyone.
I remember that, yeah.
So that's that.
That became quite famous, I think.
Which is a ridiculous room for no apparent reason. And they got her to go through a white room as well, so they have to wear white coats or something like that before that, sorry. And then she jumps over that, she gets on the platform, and then she puts the information in, and she's got to jump all the way back out and do flips and all that crap. I'm thinking, two men go in that room, right? They don't do handstands and splits and all that crap.
That's a good point.
Why the fuck would they have to do it? Why is the floor...
That's a good
Do you see what I mean? Like, why is the floor like that? What the fuck is going on? So this is for basically someone to enjoy her doing handstands and all that crap. And I'm like...
You realise McG directed this.
I know, it's basically female gaze, but it's just like, thinking about it logically, there's no fucking reason for that room whatsoever.
I have not considered that.
Really?
To be fair, I haven't watched the movie in about 20
there's
years.
There's so many bits and pieces in it that have no logical sense. Like Sam Rockwell being stuck in a room with rats and water up to his ankles in the middle of Chinatown for no fucking reason. It's so odd.
Isn't Bill Murray in the film?
Yeah, he is. Bless him.
Yeah.
And they steal him and put him in a tower somewhere.
That's right. I heard a rumour that he headbutted McG on the set.
Fucking right, he should. It's ridiculous. Illogical.
Well, just for making the film.
Yeah, illogical reasons of like basically making fucking Cameron Diaz jump around like a fucking crazy woman in a room that I can't even talk about it anymore. I'm just getting angry because it's just ridiculous. All this additional running around. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
You know the biggest problem I have with Charlie's Angels?
What?
Is that at the end of the film, they huddle around the little intercom and it's like, "Hi, Charlie," and he's like, "Hello, Angels," or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, why doesn't he do all this shit?
Because he's an old man, that's why.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Is he?
You didn't know that?
No.
No, he's an old man.
Do we ever meet Charlie?
No.
Well, then how do you know he's an old man?
Because it's like, "Hello, Angels."
I always thought he was going to be Bill Murray.
That's what I thought.
I thought at the end of the film. Because isn't the end of the film he's walking up to them?
No, he's walking on the beach.
Right.
In the same area, and he's on the phone to them. And then one of the, I think Drew Barrymore... Because I remember crap information. And Drew Barrymore looks behind her shoulder and then realises that someone's on the phone the exact same time that Charlie's on the intercom. And she's like, wait, what? But she doesn't go into it because Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz are like, oh, let's play in the water, yay! Instead, and I'm like, Drew, come on, girl. Just walk over there and ask him. You can do it. But then they don't. And it's just like, fuck's sake, Angels. If you want to know, alive. Yeah, well, I would have done it. Like, oi, is your name Charlie? Yes.
Yeah, but then he would have done the whole Men in Black thing on you. Erase your mind and everything.
Yeah, they should have raised my mind fucking watching Catwoman again. Jesus. And I would, like, ruin it for you. Be like, oh, in a minute he's gonna die, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I didn't care. I didn't care in the slightest.
I know, but I've ruined so many films for you.
You do occasionally. You do occasionally.
What was that movie that we were watching? And I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna die in a minute. And
Yes.
you're like, wait, what?
Yes. Oh no, it was Jersey Girl.
Oh yeah.
We were watching Jersey Girl. I'd never seen it, and you knew I'd never seen this. On my birthday, by the way. And you were just like, do you want to know what happened? You just asked that. And I was like, well, I mean, the beginning of the film is all lovey-dovey. I was thinking, this is a rom-com. What could she possibly spoil for me? And I was like, go on then. She goes, she's going to die in a minute. It's like, what?
Well, have you thought about logically? She's not on the actual front cover.
No, I know. Yeah,
So,
I didn't know what the film was about.
Oh, I knew what it was about.
I knew there's a girl in it, as in like a little girl.
Yeah.
But I thought it was
little girl. Gertie.
But yeah, I didn't know
Gertrude.
that. So yeah, he was just like, yeah, she's going to die in a minute. And then 2 seconds later, she dies.
She did. And that's it. That's the end of Jennifer Lopez. Oh, sorry, spoiler. Again. Yeah, she's in that.
J-Lo, right?
J-Lo. Jenny off the block.
Didn't she actually change her name to that?
For a bit, I think. Oh, God, she
Like,
changed it?
as in officially, right?
I doubt it. I hope not. That's terrible.
That's what she did.
No, I think that's a 90s thing. I think she tried to make it big with the Jenny on the block J-Lo thing, but then it just didn't work.
What happened with Jennifer Lawrence? J-Lo, right?
She's still around. She's still alive.
No, but that's what she called herself for a while, J-Lo. Similar sort of thing.
I think that was more publicity. I think that was more of a...
Fans doing it.
Fans doing it, not her. Because, yeah.
What would yours be?
Me? Well, I giggle at people trying to pronounce my name incorrectly all the time anyway, so I don't think I need one.
I struggled the first time I met you.
Yeah, no,
I told you off. I thought I had it down to a T, and then we met, and you were like,
no.
What are you doing?
That's not my name. Oh my god, but yours is easy, so...
Mine's the most standard British bodgery name in the world.
His name's Rob, by the way.
Just Rob.
Yeah.
But there's so many variations.
Oh, Bobby. You hate
Bobby,
it.
I'm not a fan of Bobby.
No.
My nan calls me Robbie.
Aww.
Always has done.
That's cute.
My brother's new girlfriend calls me Robbie. I don't know why. He hasn't corrected her. It doesn't matter. I don't mind.
Well, at least it's not like the wrong name.
But she's always going, maybe Robbie will like this. And I'm like, maybe Robbie will. Maybe you'll ask Robbie.
Robbie!
Robert
Sounds like
is obviously being told off.
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
No, you haven't said no. The real telling off is my middle name, which I'm not going to say on this.
Okay.
But that's
it's a secret.
That's a secret. It's a
secret.
very old-fashioned name.
Oh god. I
You
can't
know
remember what it is now. It's blank.
See,
I remember film shit, but I don't remember. So you just told everyone. What have you done?
What are they going to do? Go on.
They're going to search you up.
Tell the world.
They're going to kill you in your
tell
sleep.
the world.
No, they're going to
There's going to be a fucking plane outside with my name written on it.
Hello,
a little banner.
Robbie.
Robert Henry Margetts.
They're actually going to look you up now.
Shit. I might be on Facebook, I'm not sure.
No, that's fine. I'll delete this part. It's fine. But yeah, like
No, you won't. Well, actually, will.
I can if you want me to.
No, it's cool.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. You heard it from him, folks. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, so that's when I hear my full name.
Yeah.
Then it's just I've done something really bad.
What do you think Patience Phillips would feel?
What would be her nickname?
Oh God.
Page.
Pee-pee.
Pee-pee.
What would her middle name be? Patience.
Penelope Phillips.
Oh God, that sounds like a tongue twister right there.
Patience Penelope.
Oh, I can't.
I can't say it.
Patience Penelope Phillips.
Say it
Fuck
3
me.
times.
No.
Patience Penelope. I can't say it once.
Get drunk and do it.
Patience Penelope Phillips.
Patience Penelope Phillips. I gotta do it with a break because I can't do this shit. I need some help. Oh man, why Patience?
Because the writers. I mean, you saw the film. There's a scene. So the film goes. The plot moves forward.
Yes.
Okay, I bitched about this during the watch. The plot moves forward.
Yeah.
She's finding out about the cosmetics. By the way, if anyone hasn't seen the film, They're not going to know what the fuck we're talking
well,
about.
Well, we gave you the fucking option, alright? And if you chose not to, that's you're bad. That's all I can say.
She's finding out, she's questioning people.
Yeah.
Holding their tongues, which doesn't make any sense, like she says. She's finding out about the business.
Oh, no.
The company.
The company that she works for probably many years that she didn't realise.
It's not good, right? Her boyfriend is finding out that there's a Catwoman out there,
oh,
and
God.
blah, blah, blah.
And they drew a picture of her and it looks exactly like him.
Exactly like him.
With a mask on.
It was really funny. But then it just cuts to a new scene of them on a Ferris wheel and just getting stuck on a Ferris wheel.
Wasn't it? No, there was a scene where she met her friend at the hospital where she's like, oh, look at my new haircut. And it's like, wait a second.
That's an awkward cut, isn't it?
That was a really awkward cut. Like she was running away and I thought, okay, fast action pace, it's going to happen.
But it's like she's trying to escape and they linger on her trying to escape and like hiding behind a wall.
Yeah.
And then when she realises the coast is clear, she quickly just leaps up CGI shot. She leaps up, runs. It's like a split-second thing. And then it just quickly cuts to her walking in and start a conversation with the friend in a hospital.
With the friend with the boobs.
The next day. And it's just such an awkward cut.
It is awkward. What's even more awkward is her friend wanting dick all the time.
All the time. And she got it.
And she fucking got it! I can't believe it!
She got the doctor and
she got the fucking doctor. And strawberries was a champagne, mate. Where is it? That's fucking a hat trick right there, you know? That's what you need in life, girls. It really isn't. But... You know, wait a minute, Pretty Woman, she got that.
I've never seen Pretty. I was talking about this with my dad the other day.
Yeah?
I've never seen Pretty Woman. He was going, brilliant film.
Oh, God.
He was going, brilliant film. I've never seen it. Richard Gere and...
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, that's it.
Is it because he likes the look of Julia Roberts, or is it because of the storyline where she actually gets to be her true self?
Knowing my dad... Probably. He likes Julia Roberts.
Right, okay. Yeah, because she wears some flaunty gear for a little bit.
Well, she's a prostitute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm thinking of the right film.
Yeah. And, like, she gets... Oh, man, the amount of money that she gets, if that happened today, that would be fuck all. Seriously.
Yeah?
For a prostitute, I reckon. Like a high-end one.
How much do you reckon a prostitute makes?
Fucking thousands, man. Depends, though. It really depends. Like, if you think of Wolf of Wall Street... They go through the prostitute chain of how much something.
Oh yeah.
And I fucking love that shit
because
it's like he's just explaining shit. And then there was a fourth wall break where he's like, "You don't want to know any of this shit, do you? Nah, let's carry on." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so fucking good." I love that part. But like, the prostitute chain of like $20 for like a person, but we make sure we have condoms on because it's fucking awkward.
Yeah.
And then it goes higher and higher and higher, and like $1,000 is for like a high end one. But, like, you have to pay a little bit extra so you can actually go bareback. And that's what really pisses me off, is that guys want to go bareback all the time. It's just like, dude, a condom's not going to break you.
It does. Are we allowed to talk about this?
We're talking about it now.
It does feel better. It does feel better.
Well, I can only assume, sure.
Yeah,
but it's just like, for the protection of you, for her, think about it.
Well, it depends. If you're in a relationship...
Yeah. Loving wives and all that stuff. Then
that's fine. I mean, you know each other. If it's a prostitute and you don't know each other,
then it would be advisable.
Then it's probably a good idea for the both of you.
It's a very good idea.
She doesn't know you don't know her.
Yeah, we'll probably never meet each other again. It's a sexual encounter. Ooh.
Not it.
Oh my. There's just like, Sharon Stone, a sexual encounter with her. Oh.
I wouldn't survive. Fucking Basic Instinct. Do you know what annoys? Have you seen Basic Instinct?
No, I haven't, which is really embarrassing.
Fuck, I was about to talk about the ending.
Okay, please don't.
Okay,
because that's going to ruin it for me. But like, what I assume is that she kills someone, or she gets away with something, or...
One of the plots is, I'm trying to remember now, but the premise is a very important man is murdered in bed.
Okay.
Supposedly while having sex with a woman.
Right, with her, and then she gets a lawyer, and then he's trying to defend her or something.
Well, hold on. So he gets murdered. He's in. They know that he was in bed with a woman.
Yeah.
And she probably killed him.
Yeah.
Sharon Stone is somehow connected to him, and they know that she's been sleeping with him. But she also wrote a book in which the exact same murder took place.
Oh, that's not awkward.
And Michael Douglas is the detective, and he gets kind of infatuated with her. It's okay. It's all right. It's got a bigger... I think it's one of those films where its legacy is bigger than the film.
Oh, okay.
You know, you know about the film and it's quite a big thing, and then you watch it and you go, oh, okay, yeah. That's
yeah,
fine.
like the leg scene when she's...
Yeah, the crossing of the legs.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that scene.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's like knowing Sixth Sense twist before you watched it. It's like that.
Yeah, we talked about it recently. Like that became the only reason people talked about that film.
Basically, yeah, and that became his legacy as well.
And it's such a good film.
M. Night Shyamalan's legacy was he's always going to have a twist in his films.
Yeah, and I feel like he actually ended up bending his own career to that.
Yeah, which is really bad and sad in a way. But it's always interesting to know what the twist is, because I watched The Visit. Have you watched that?
Yes, that's a good twist.
And I wasn't expecting that twist at all.
No, me neither. And it's so obvious.
And you think, fuck.
Yeah, once it happens, you go, well, of fucking course. Like, how did I not see that coming?
No, I feel fucking so angry at the woman, at the mother, for not showing pictures of the grandfather and grandmother.
That's a good point.
And it's just like, this is your fucking fault right now. That's why you're fucking rushing to their rescue.
But it is
because you know it's your fucking
in the
fault.
moment, it's a good twist.
It is a good twist. And it's just like,
surprised by that.
It's like such a small detail that's forgetful, and it's just like, but why wouldn't you show your kids?
I'll tell you what great... Have you seen Split?
Like? Of course I have.
You've seen the whole trilogy now, right?
Yes.
Glass, Split, Unbreakable.
Of course I have.
Or Unbreakable, Split.
Hey.
Hey. The best twist is in Split. Split is not my favourite of his. It's okay.
That's my favourite.
I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
I thought it should have been a 40-minute short film.
Really?
But the little twist at the end, the little add-on with Bruce Willis and the music from Unbreakable, I remember just being like, get the fuck out of here. I
was like, oh my god!
Yeah, I got really that was excited. Really cool.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. If that hadn't been in there, I probably
you would have thought like it was separate from everything else.
No, not just that, but I probably wouldn't watch Split again. I thought it was alright, but that ending was really quite brilliant. And a genius idea. Imagine that.
What?
Just thinking, okay, I'm going to make a whole new film, and for about an hour and 40, it's going to be its own thing, and then right at the end I'm going to go, oh, by the way,
it's in the same universe.
Sequel.
It's not. No, it's in the same universe.
Yeah, it's in the same universe
as Unbreakable.
It's a spin-off.
And he's older.
Yes.
He's older, so he... Whoa, man. But, like, you know, it's in the same universe where, like, you know, he... Wasn't like a long kind of, like, 15 years of nothing.
Yeah,
because they used the same actor that was the son in Unbreakable, but older.
In Glass.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was an amazing little
was
add-on.
2000.
Yeah.
Split was 2016 because Shyamalan's career went downhill, didn't it? He did Unbreakable in 2000.
Yeah.
That was after Sixth Sense.
Okay.
That didn't do too well because it was mismarketed.
Oh, that sucks.
It was marketed as a sort of mysterious, suspenseful, psychological thriller, like The Sixth Sense. They were writing off The Sixth Sense.
Oh, God.
Turns out it's a superhero film.
Yeah.
In disguise. Then he does Signs, which people go, okay, I liked most of it, then the ending was really silly and dumb.
It was a bit silly, yeah.
It is, yeah. And then I think he did like Lady in the Water or some shit. And
the trailer was good for that, but I still haven't got around to watching it.
People didn't like that, and then The Happening happened, and
The Village?
Oh, The Village. I like The Village.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
But
hey. Most people don't like The Village.
No, it's not one of my favourites or anything, but I did enjoy it. I was like, oh, the twist again. Like, oh, okay.
But I thought it was a good twist.
It was a good twist, and I liked the fact that they chose to make a fucking blind woman go out and get medicine. And it's like, logically, one of you fuckers could have done it.
No, but again, mismarketed that film. That film was marketed as a horror film.
Technically it was, because of the fear factor.
Well,
of not knowing what it is.
The red creatures and the red cloaked creatures
with
the spiky backs. But that film at heart is a romantic drama, I think. Most of the film is a romantic drama.
That's really stretching it right there.
I wouldn't say it's a horror, but it was marketed as a horror. And when people saw it, they were like, where is the horror? And then obviously, a twist happens.
Yeah.
Well, there's two twists. There's a reveal of the monsters.
Yeah.
And then there's the twist of the girl going out the community.
Yeah.
But the thing with the monsters, people were just like, that's it? That's bollocks.
People are not thinking outside. They're not thinking outside the box.
They wanted a monster. That's the thing. They wanted a horror film with a
Well, no,
monster.
because there's so many horrors out there where you don't even see the monster. I prefer that because it's the fear that they're riding on.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not seeing something like that, you know.
But not seeing the monster, that's different. This film completely newts it. It just goes, oh yeah, but it was just some guy.
Because it's like we're following.
Which is fine.
Well, no, because you're following some narrator's point of view, which is the blind girl, and you can only see what she can see, which is fucking fuck all. And then, basically, yeah. And then you realise that you go outside of her, and then you start seeing everything around her that she can't see. And then you realise, oh, her fear is basically not necessary at all. But she doesn't know that, because she's been conditioned to think that this is her life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And it's really sad. And I feel really bad because these people in power that were basically in a mental institution decided to go out of it, get some money, and then fuck off into the wilderness and make a little Victorian era community in, what is it, protected forests or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, like a protected area. And it's
I think that film deserves another look.
It does.
That deserves to be re-evaluated nowadays. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think people just didn't get the point.
People wanted a horror film.
They didn't get the point.
Yeah.
Just so stupid.
They didn't want to hear what he had to say. And they were just like, oh, well, where's the horror? Where's the monster? So anyway, his career took a nosedive. Have you seen that happening?
Is that about the creepy wind?
Yeah, it's about the plants, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know anymore.
There's the one with Mark Wahlberg, and he's just dreadful in the film.
You know what? I watched it on CinemaSins. That's where I found it. And he's like, ooh, the bushes, ooh, the trees, ooh, the wind. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy that I have not watched this film.
Oh, and he did The Last Airbender. I always forget about that one.
Oh man, I never watched that before.
Oh, it's, again, dreadful.
Is it?
Yeah. And then The Visit was his comeback.
Yeah, that was good, man. I think he knows his niche now, and I think everyone else is sort of slowly or very quickly understanding where he's coming from.
He's got a new one called Old, I think it's called.
Just Old.
And again, it looks like one of those films, just like Split, where it should be a short film. It sounds like a short film. It's about people who end up on a beach, a small beach that's like enclosed by rock and everything, and they start to age very quickly on the beach, and it's like a horror.
That sounds like The Cube. There's so many versions of The Cube, and one of them.
I've seen one of them.
Yeah, you said the ones with the white walls, everything's white, right?
No, I said there's like
prisoners, and they're wearing.
They
yellow.
don't age well. They don't age well. They don't age quickly in this one. It's not sci-fi like that.
Oh, okay. Well, in one of the cubes, in one of the rooms, they decide to have sex for some odd reason, and then they just, oh man, they die in the sexual act because they just speed up their process of aging to the point where they're just haggard skeletons with skin, and it's like, oh, it's disgusting.
A rough way to go.
It is a rough way to go.
The version I saw was a 90s version, and it was very budget. And there were rooms where there were like lasers and heats and things like that, and there was like a bright red room and then a bright green room, and one of the guys is like a real muscly guy and he's a jerk and he's going to get them all killed.
And there's like two people overlooking the entire thing, like janitors or something. And they're playing chess?
I don't know if that was there.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I've seen about 3 versions.
I don't think that was there, no.
Okay. There's so many versions, it's unreal. It's crazy.
I didn't care for it.
I thought it was an interesting concept. And I liked how different each director tried to project in their own image. Like Catwoman was projecting its own image. And it's like, what the fuck? But, you know.
There are films out there that are again, they sound like short films, like the Cube thing.
Yeah. The Cube.
People write down an idea, and it's like, that could be a short film.
Yeah.
But
then they drag it on.
Stretch it out into a feature, and we've just had dinner.
Welcome to the party.
We've just had dinner.
Yeah, it was luscious.
It was luscious, but my
stomach does not
agree. My stomach's having a rag on me.
That's alright. But like,
it was good though.
Imagine if Catwoman had a sequel. What would they talk about? What would they do?
What would have happened?
All the puns are used. What are they going to do?
We're both creative people.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I could do with a sequel to that. I like to think with most films I could come up with something.
Should we Batman?
No, but she's not. But she's Patience Phillips.
Patience Penelope Phillips.
Yes.
Fucking hell, again, I couldn't do it properly.
Patience Penelope Phillips.
God.
I think Jawline would have come into it more. Jawline.
to figure out what the fuck you meant. It's a person, right?
Jawline.
Mr. Jaws. Mr. Jawline.
We had a little theory going that maybe he was once Robin.
Yeah.
Grown up now.
Not screaming salami or, you know.
Salami. That was our creation. That wasn't even real.
Oh, right.
He wasn't screaming.
What is it? Dang Nabbit Batman? Or...
No, Holy. It's all Holy something.
Holy Macarinas.
So, like, if it was Batman with a shark on his leg, which does happen in the 60s film, he looks down and he goes, "Holy sardine!"
Holy sardine, Batman! There's a shark on your ankle.
Yeah, so
it doesn't do anything about it.
Whatever the situation was, he would say "holy," and then
something else
relating to it.
Oh man, we should have listened more to when he was smooth talking to see if he said "holy" something.
Yeah.
But like we just screamed and we're like, "He's Robin!" At the beginning, you were like, "Oh, he's Bruce," and I'm like, "Nah, he's not Bruce. Who the fuck would be a cop if you're a millionaire?"
He's not Bruce. He's too.
I know that's why. That's what we said.
He's too like suave and smooth to be Bruce.
So it's Robin, but then what was it?
Nightwing.
Nightwing, yeah.
Yeah, Nightwing with his batons.
Yeah, running around doing that. But he's a bit shit in this movie. I mean,
he does nothing.
He doesn't do.
He's the worst detective in the world. So he starts going out with Patience Penelope Phillips. She gives him a coffee.
Yeah, saying
with the
sorry.
word sorry written on it.
Yeah.
The next week, maybe.
Yeah, I brought this up to your attention because you were like, "Wait a second." I'm like,
it's
"Yeah."
The next week.
He's still got it, guys. He's still got the fucking cup. And I'm like, stalker alert.
He's still got it, but not only that, the Catwoman of the papers has robbed a jewelry store, sent the jewels back with a package saying sorry written on it. It takes him another week, maybe?
No, it takes him another extra 2 points of evidence.
To look at those two sorries next to each other on his desk.
Oh, and then the lipstick and the glass with...
Which I'm still not convinced is possible.
I know, but like basically he takes a glass of Patient Phillips's place of rest.
Do you mean
basically her
home?
Her home, yes. He takes a glass of her DNA on a glass, on lipstick or something like that. And then obviously Catwoman kisses him on the side of his face. And I thought it was really cool that he took a picture of it because that could be evidence, which is fine. And then he compares the two. But you said like the glass is 3D, isn't it? And it's not smooth. But then again, on his face it's not smooth either.
No, I just don't think it's... I don't know the science, but I just don't think it's possible. Also, why didn't he just take a swab of that of the lipstick?
Because then it would just be the lipstick brand more than the...
Could he not just go up to Patience Penelope Phillips and just go, "Do you use this?"
Or be like,
she says
with a swab, just like rub her lips and be like, "Just hold on a second, honey. Hold on. I'm just doing this for you, okay? What's it for? Nothing. Just shut up. Just let me do it, alright? It's this foreplay. There we go.
Foreplay?
I don't know. Fucking detective. Honestly. I've seen so many better detectives out there. CSI, New York.
Any other detective.
Lucifer. Even in Lucifer, she's a better detective than him.
Yeah?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
She does it properly. And she's like, "I've got a feeling." And I'm like, "Yeah, you'll find something else."
Well, the irony of it was that his character was a detective. And he was dreadful. But you said that you can only see this actor playing detectives.
Basically, yeah. He's got that fucking face, man. He's got that face for it.
Yeah, he has, yeah. He's got the rugged detective look.
Yeah, he's fucking playing basketball with a load of kids for some odd reason. There's like 50 kids in that room. There's one basketball. How's that going to work?
Yeah.
He just throws in the crowd. He's like, "I hope someone catches it. Here we go, guys. Let's go outside." I'm like, "Where the fuck are you? What are you doing? Why is it only you and 50 kids? You need to have at least 3 adults with you."
And then... He and her, she and him, whatever the fuck, they start having a very sexual game of basketball in front of these kids.
Exactly.
Which is already weird.
With really bad camera angles, like it's a music video.
And I mean, just on a basic paper idea, like you would read that in the script and be like, "That doesn't need to be in there, tear it out."
Basically, yeah. It's a fighting game.
It is.
And like he should have known. As well as the fact, like if we go back to all the evidence he found to try and find Catwoman, who the fuck it is, he has like a fucking conversation with her. She's holding on to him whilst he's almost like falling off a ledge, and he has the audacity to say, "You're under arrest."
That's right. You're the right arm in silence.
And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
And he's hanging off, looking up at her. So
like,
funny.
this is the worst part. The worst time to actually say you're under arrest to someone that could potentially just let you go and go to your death.
And yeah, you were talking about the camera angles.
Oh man,
they are so music videos.
It hurt my eyes because it just went from 1 second to another to a second to another to another. It was all
that sort of low swooping thing around their legs, and as they're bouncing the ball.
Yeah.
Like constantly moving, cutting around.
I don't know.
There's never a still shot in that film.
It hurts my eyes.
The director was just like, they were like, what do you want to do with the camera, Petoff? And Petoff was like, just have it move. Everywhere.
I want 6 cameras. So I can capture everything.
And CGI all over the place.
Motherfucker, give me that CGI. Drink it.
It's a disgusting looking film, isn't it? Like, looking at it was just so hard in the eyes for many reasons. The CGI was horrendous. The camera work was horrendous.
It's male gazed as well because she's wearing an outfit that even a fucking World of Warcraft woman wouldn't wear.
But they made a little bit of an effort to go both ways because they had him being Jawline, and they had him like lifting up his shirt and like wafting a little bit.
But we get like a second. We get a second.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
And then all you fuckers out there with penises are like, "Ooh, yeah, no. She's walking around, swanning around, waving her hips back and forth like a Catwoman, cat model or whatever." Walking around with the fucking massive moon in the background. That technically, if that was real, we'll be fucking dead.
Okay, listen to
with
this.
Tsunamis.
There's a scene in the film where he walks around her apartment completely topless. So you actually get more than we do.
No.
We didn't get Halle Berry topless.
You know what? You go to fucking 007 for that shit, alright? But here...
She's not topless in 007.
Well, she was near it. She was close.
She's as close as in Catwoman.
Well, she's wearing pants.
That's not topless.
I'm just saying, like, in 007 she's wearing a bikini, and here she's wearing more.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
But, like, I'm just saying, like, with Jawline.
Jawline.
He has no name. With Jawline. Yes, he's walking around... Tom Lone. Well, he's walking around the apartment, yes, half naked, but I don't see shit because the glistening of the moon was on his fucking jawline of all things. All the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get the jawline. Just put the camera a little bit lower, please. I like to see some pecs, a little bit of arm action. Yeah. Where's the beach? Something like that.
Where's the beach?
But no, we have to go back to Halle Berry walking around basically with no protection whatsoever to the elements. For a Catwoman that hates the rain, she doesn't wear much, does she?
No.
It's like, what if it rains one day? You're fucked. What are you going to do? Sit inside and scratch things?
What would Michelle Pfeiffer have done?
She wears the whole thing, the whole latex leather thing.
Did you know when they had to make that film?
Yeah.
They had to make that film.
They had to.
Well, they had to. They had to endure it.
Yeah.
Apparently, she had to literally be sewn into the outfit for 20 minutes. I think it was like 20 minutes at a time. They would have to quickly shoot a scene with her for 20 minutes, and then she would have to have it quickly taken off. She would have to have an hour's breather or something.
Wow.
It was that time.
Why did they make it that tight? Why did they make it a little bit looser? What was the point of that?
Because then it's not sexy, is it? This was 92. Come on.
Still, she had to suffer.
Obviously. Well, apparently she loved making it. I don't know, but...
Alright, well, if she enjoyed it, then fair enough, but
she got to skip around a little bit.
I know, right?
She skips with it. It's brilliant. Patience Phillips doesn't do that.
I know, she just wanders around like, I'm the queen of the god, and I'm like, no, you're not. I'm shocked by friends. She's wandering around a shopping mall at the dead of night, like, oh, what can I steal? Milk. Just drinks some milk, puts it back, or skips around and be like, la 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 la, and then some security guards come around and they're like, honey, you're not supposed to be here, and she's like, oh really, like that, and then just I don't know, whips the I don't know what she does. I can't remember.
She whips the guns out of her hands.
Oh, nice.
And they say to her, our take home is less than 300, and she goes, you're overpaid. Hit the road. But she whips again, and they just run away. But she's blowing up buildings in that film. She's so cool.
I know, but she let them go, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she let them go. She doesn't harm anyone. She lets them go, and then she blows up the store.
Yeah, and if you think about it, Joker does that.
Yeah, no, but he does it randomly. Whereas in Returns, she's doing it because it's
connected to something.
Christopher Walken's store. Christopher Walken is the man who pushed her out the window.
Yeah, so he.
He's the corrupt politician. Is it?
I don't think so. I don't think he's a politician. He's just a.
He's in charge of a power plant, I think.
Well, he's about to be.
No, I think he is, but I think he's about to get
But
more
and
power.
he's a shop as well. Like, is
He
he just a
I think he's one of those guys who's a bit
entrepreneur
like,
that has loads of stuff?
a bit Trumpish, I think.
Well, we're not going.
No, we're not going there. I meant
Okay.
I meant before all of that. Before all that, back in the 90s.
Oh, well, it's just like loads of
Trump
stuff.
Tower and the shop and blah blah.
Okay. And she's just blowing up something that could mean not much to him.
I think it's just a fuck you to him, basically. I think she's just going around being like, "Ooh, I feel bad. I was pushed out a window by Christopher Walken."
Fuck you.
Let's
Blow
blow
up
up
his
his
store.
What
What else can I do?
I'll let his guards go, but I'll just blow up his store.
Yeah, and I love the scene where like she's talking to Penguin, and like she's on the bed stroking the cat, and then like the bird's in the cage, and then he said something really mean, and she's like, "Okay, well," and then she just takes the bird, puts it in her mouth.
And she has like, she enjoys it, and she's
she's like,
yeah.
And then like Penguin's like, "Well, if you're fucking gonna do that,"
He's
and
like,
then just
nice kitty.
oh, he's so creepy.
The boy, oh, he's brilliant. He's so good.
He's so
That
creepy.
film is so dark.
I love
I
it.
told you this before, haven't I?
Yeah.
That is one of the best cons in cinema, in my opinion, because they took Batman, which, you know, for most of its history has been a child's comic book. They took that property,
And
which
made
they
it dark.
knew families were going to flock to with their children, and they created a dark, really fucked up fantasy nightmare film.
Well, if you think about it, look at the guy that pushed Catwoman out the window. Look at his eyebrows.
Yeah, I know.
You know he's evil because of his eyebrows and his
And
crazy hair.
The Penguin, so you know he goes through many plots in that film, which is really weird.
Yeah.
There's many different plots that he's trying to do.
Yeah.
The final one is he's kidnapping all the firstborns of Gotham, and he's just gonna fucking drown them.
Yeah, like fucking the Pharaoh in Moses.
But in a superhero movie, can you imagine a Marvel film where Thanos is like, get the babies, drown them, fucking drown them?
Oh, he's like, it's only fair. I'm going to kill 50% of you.
I mean,
it's like,
people
whoa!
would be horrified, wouldn't they?
Well, people are horrified anyway. He's going to kill half of the human population.
I know, but that's more.
No, half of existence.
Yeah, half of every living thing. But that's different. That's like blockbuster threat.
Yeah.
This is so specific. It's drowning babies.
Well, because he didn't get to be with his parents.
It's a creepy little man who's going to drown babies. It's really fucking dark. And the whole film's about trauma and loneliness.
Yeah, there's a lot to speak of.
That's Warner Brothers being like, yeah, we shouldn't have given Tim Burton a superhero film.
Shit.
Fuck. And then the next one becomes Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever with the Riddler.
Oh, fucking hell.
With the neon lights and
Jim Carrey being his best,
Christ.
of course.
Val Kilmer as Batman.
But then again, like, pit off. Ugh. Just thinking about.
I think it's Pete off, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
No
care
idea.
anymore. But it's just like Catwoman. I don't care anymore. There isn't anything worthwhile, is he? To be honest, we looked and we couldn't find anything.
He's done. Oh, let me look again.
Didn't do anything.
He did 2 more films. One was called Fire and Ice, and
something like that.
something to do with dragons in it as well.
Yeah.
And there you go, Fire and Ice: The Dragon Chronicles.
That must be very, very CGI'd. You must have loved that.
The other one is called Vidoc,
I don't know what that is.
but it's spelled VIDOCK. Sorry, OCQ.
Yeah, that's probably under foreign, or obviously under foreign films. That's why we don't know it very well. You know, and it might be straight to video kind of thing, maybe as well.
Well, it says here it's a town in Paris, apparently.
Okay.
So there you go. But yeah, that's all he's done. 3 films. And he was the visual effects artist for Alien Resurrection, which is, in my opinion, the worst of the Alien films. So
Oh, wow.
he's got a little bit of a track history.
Well, he tried his best, and at least he got to the point of making his own film.
He did.
You know,
Respect
so
to him,
at least he got that chance to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, but you gotta accept it when you gotta leave it alone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta leave it alone after that, and it didn't ruin Halle Berry, it didn't ruin Jawline, but it's just like
I don't know. Did you ever see Jawline again?
he's never been the main character. He's always been the secondary or third character of any kind of
he's always
movie
been
or
in that
franchise.
role.
He's always been in that role, and then we got Crazy Cat Lady woman who actually is quite famous.
She's great.
And this didn't actually
She's
affect her
wonderful.
whatsoever. She just carried on American Horror Story and all that crap.
But to be honest, if you were her,
yeah.
I think she comes out the best of everyone in this film.
She basically
There's not a lot to be embarrassed about. She has like 2 scenes in the film.
And that's it.
She does okay in them. They're fine.
No, she was the basis for the whole entire theme, wasn't she?
But what I mean is her acting, and there's only 2 scenes, and her acting in it is okay.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot to be embarrassed about.
Well, no, because she's a very calming character. She's not really one to get agitated and angry or whatever. Like, she's always calm, and so she's always kind of like the advisor character, isn't she? Like the one
she's the
to
oracle
tell you.
of the film.
Yeah, the oracle. There we go. She's always that.
Yeah.
And Jawline's always a detective.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be.
No, do you know what? I disagree. She's not always that, because in American Horror Story, she plays the weird, creepy maid.
Yeah, who's always...
And in 6 Feet Under, she's the mother of the family.
Oh, okay, yeah, and we talked about that as well. Like, some actresses or actors are always cast as something else, aren't they? Like, there's always mother traits. There's always, like, Robert De Niro is always a dad.
Nowadays.
Yeah. And it's
or
like...
grandpa now.
Or grandpa now, because he's older, but like...
But back in the day, he was...
He was everything.
He was everything. He was incredible back in the day, but now, he devolved into Meet the Parents, didn't he?
Yeah, and it went... and then, like, Silver Linings Playbook, he was in that, and he was really good in that. That's
he has actually... His role has aged with him, because, he was Meet the Parents, and then... he was a grown-up's parent in things like Joy, and then it was Dirty Grandpa, and now The Irishman. And,
it's pretty good. Like, I like it when they do that. It kind of progresses with them.
And it's nice that he's now going back into films like Joy and The Irishman.
It's his best roles,
especially. You know,
his best roles. He should have just continued with that. Well. I don't know. Like I didn't watch his younger stuff.
You ain't seen Taxi Driver or Raging Bull. I still have to get her to do that.
Yeah,
Martin Scorsese. You like The Wolf of Wall Street? Didn't you? That's Martin Scorsese.
Alright, stomach. I get it.
Alright.
Jesus.
That's Martin Scorsese.
Alright, well, we'll have a look at that. But, next time, fucking Twilight. I'm going to rip that shit apart.
Alright.
I'll tell you that now. So guys, next one, get ready. It's going to be all the Twilights.
All of them?
All of them.
We're doing all of them? Hold on, I didn't sign up for this.
Alright, well,
do you know what? Fuck it. There's 5.
Are you sure? There's 5 of them,
Hold
though.
on, so
people are going to get so sick of it.
Let me think of it. Twilight, New Moon?
New Moon, Eclipse.
That's the good one. I like Eclipse.
Oh, I can't remember.
Break of Dawn Part 1, which we
and then
watched
Part 2.
We watched that like a week ago.
I know, and then we kind of died inside.
Yeah.
And then Part 2, which you don't have, so you need to buy that
I don't
or
have
download
Eclipse
it or
either,
something.
so we'll just get them,
Alright, cool. Well, that's what we're going to do, guys.
Oh, God.
But you got to... It would be advisable if you, listen to us on... Which one is it called?
2 Takes Replay.
Replay. This is all new to me. 2 Takes Replay, where we actually go through it and we rip it apart, because everyone hates Twilight. You either love it or you hate it. And obviously there's loads of toxic relationship traits that shouldn't be in there, and glistening vampires, which is fucking ridiculous, considering vampires are old as time. And we're going to talk about them all, because why the fuck not? And then you can come here if you don't want to listen to us over talk over the Twilight series, and then we just bitch about it some more. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed what we said, and I don't even know how long this has been. How long has it been? Fucking an hour again.
Is it really?
Yeah. What the fuck? Well, anyway,
it felt like about 20 minutes, didn't it?
Goddamn.
Okay, so catch you later. We're still working out the kinks, as you can tell.
Yeah, this is the first of many that's going to happen. So right now, currently the mic is on many, many books, and we're sitting...
It's stood on a footstool and then a bunch of books.
Yes, and then we're sitting leaning forward on a sofa. This is how it's going to be.
Sofa.
Very uncomfortable sofa, yeah. And I still have a full stomach. It hasn't gone down because I've been leaning forward.
Well, mine's been telling me off, so...
It's not been good, man. No. But we're figuring out the kinks.
We can't work in these conditions.
God damn. Give us some money, yeah? And then I can make this better for you.
We can actually afford some shit, can't we?
Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. And, comment anything that you think we should do, and then we'll see what we can do and figure out what we can do from there. So, yeah.
We'll see you next time with Twilight.
Twilight! Motherfuckers, woo.